Two things. One was the cash flow. So I was thinking I'm going to have to spend money on something which I'm not sure is going to be worth it. And the second thing really is there are a lot of accountants coach in the market. It's just finding the right coach for yourself, basically. And these two things were quite important for me. I think it was a conversation with Heather in Accountex last year, where she kind of spoke to me at a ground level, understanding my problems and speaking about them rather than selling herself to me, which made me think that this is probably the right thing for me, basically. The most important thing I got in the first couple of months was the clarity. It wasn't about business or the numbers or anything else. It was the clarity, it was the confidence, and it was the emotional support that if things are not going right, I can call someone and speak to them. And soon we started touching upon numbers. The first few conference calls were just about where you stand, where you are, what you want to do. It was all about understanding my personal goals and ambitions. Than anything about the business, basically, and that was quite useful. My problems were the major problem was cash flow. The second major problem was the clarity in terms of the vision and the direction, basically. I wanted to do everything and anything, and I wanted to run before even I started walking. Whereas Heather pulled me back and say, no, let's do one thing at a time. So having one big focus every month, or focus on the things which would help me focus on my business properly rather than focus on everything around me. So, I wanted to buy a practice and I wanted to grow like at exponential rate without having a system and a process. And this is where the conversations with Heather were very, very fruitful. 6 months to 7 months, my cash flow problems were fixed. It was a case of just literally following the process which was set, chasing debts on time, making sure invoicing gets done on time. Biggest thing was letting me down was the pricing. So I had a 1 hour pricing session with Heather, where I learned actually that the session was worth almost £50,000 for me, simply because I was not pricing my services correctly, and was reluctant to price them correctly because I was thinking that people would say no. So my growth has been over 100% since joining the club and to date. The top line has, in terms of numbers, has grown by £100,000. The bottom line, because of the office structure we have and everything else, has been quite in control as well, because we are having to use the technology for our benefit. We're not having to buy softwares which were not needed, and we are having to automate all of our processes in time. So by using Xero and online accounting systems, using Center, and some of the other softwares, accounting softwares, is just helping us keeping our bottom line quite flat, and top line growth over the last year. It is. I mean, we are on a 40% profit margin practice, which most people struggle to in many cases. So our profit margin can sit anything between 40 and 45%. So from that point of view, anything we add to our top line is a direct cash flow for us, basically. Yes, I mean, in numbers time, but for me, it has become a bit more than just numbers now. I enjoy being here. I enjoy speaking and the guidance and the coaching I get, and I recommend everyone who can take this coaching. In fact, if I can influence other people, I would more than happy to influence them to say, look, this is the best thing you can have.